So I'm sat there with this doctor thinking, like, you must have this wrong. This is completely wrong. The general consensus is you're going to die. Like, dude, you are going to die soon. I've built up a massive following, an audience through Game Jam, through football songs, which I will forever be grateful for, genuinely. And I would like for you to follow me on the next step of this journey. All right, lads, how's it going? My name is Glenn. Welcome to another Game Jam. Is a line that you guys wouldn't have heard for at least a year. Now, I have gone completely dark, gone completely off the radar with both Game Jam and football songs, and I wanted to make this video to explain the reason why. I get a lot of messages, emails, all sorts of stuff, messages on social asking what's happened, why aren't you putting out football songs anymore, why aren't you doing FIFA stuff, what happened to Photopoli, etc. And I didn't really want to make this video, but you guys deserve an explanation. So basically what happened is a year ago, I died. Genuinely, I died. I made a video about this explaining my experience, and I'll put it like up there, wherever. I'll put it somewhere around here. Basically what happened is I went out with some friends in town doing a Christmas do. And yeah, I got my drink spiked with Rohypnol and spice. And I passed out, blacked out in a street in Blackpool, was robbed of my phone, my wallet, my keys, everything, just completely robbed. I woke up in hospital 5:30 in the morning, drip in my arm, no idea what had gone on, but I had the most euphoric, profound, out-of-body experience that I've ever had. It was incredible. So I went to the doctors and I was like, what happened? How did I die? Like, what happened to me? And they ran some tests, did some x-rays and some scans, and they found this, which is a really rare, extremely rare, giant esophageal leiomyoma, which is basically a tumour the size of an orange, a Jaffa orange, like 10 by 10 centimetres, this thing. It's not like one of those easy peelers, like it's bloody huge. So I'm sat there with this doctor thinking, like, you must have this wrong. This is completely wrong. Like, surely you'd feel something that big. Like, it's ginormous, this thing. And he couldn't give me any information. This was, I think it was 8 days, maybe 10 days before Christmas, not the year gone, the year before. And that just sent me in a complete spiral. The general consensus is you're gonna die. Like, dude, you are going to die soon. This is massive. There's not really much we can do except for this ridiculous surgery where they go across the front of my stomach, take what is my stomach, like my actual stomach, turn it into a sausage, then go from the back of my neck down to my waist, cut me open, puncture a lung, remove 12 centimetres of my esophagus right there, then take my stomach, pull it through, sew it up at the top, hope that I make it through the surgery originally, hope that I don't die of septic shock, hope that it actually reaches, hope that my lung like the chance of me dying is nearly 30% with that. So I'm like, I don't want to have that done because it's freaking major. And at the moment, this thing isn't causing me any issues. Like, psychologically, yes. Physically, no. So I found it really difficult to kind of raise my game to put videos out about footballers and all that kind of stuff. Like, you're in a totally different place. Like, you start asking yourself the questions like, what do I want to be known for? And that's where the kind of second half and up to today of the last year has been. And that is, I'm back into my music. So I'm making music because at the back of my mind, with whatever I'm doing in my life, from that moment, I always have that fear of you are going to die. And it's like a wake-up call. It's like the major wake-up call. Like, I spent so much of my life doing just wasting time, wasting away the talent that I have and the ability that I have with music and videos. And I'm not being arrogant, I'm just like being fucking real with you. You know, I'm experienced now. If you're doing Game Jam and football songs and all that for so many years, you know, I feel like I have the requisite talent and ability now to put it into what I really love, which is music. And it always has been. Everything, every job I've done, all the music, all the money that I've made goes into music. Just everything revolves around music for me. And I don't know if there's some like weird psychological thing where because I love it so much, I fear doing it. If that makes sense, like I don't want to ruin it, if you understand what I'm saying. The difference is now, having gone through that whole process, is that I am very, very aware of my own mortality. I don't know how long I'm going to be here. Everyone's going to die. It's just that mine has a bit more of a timeline on it now because there's something inside that I can't see that is there that could potentially start that chain reaction of me passing onto the next mortal realm, shall we say. So the reason why I made this video is I wanted to give you a bit of, I don't feel like I owe you an explanation or a reason or an apology because I've been dark. I feel like I needed to make peace with you guys because you've brought me so much happiness and so much joy. Like, Game Jam has been such an amazing part of my life. I've been on TV shows, I've been on radio, I've seen stuff that I never would have been able to see had I not have started making stupid songs about footballers for a living. Like, it has been a blessing, it really has. If you're here and you want to kind of follow me with what I'm doing with this music now, my intention is to put an EP out. I've got an track coming out on April 4th called Other Side, ironically, about dying. But it's not depressing, it's just interesting subject matter. What I'm going to do is I'm going to leave my Spotify, my Instagram, my Facebook page, everything else below this video. And it's funny because I've never really come out and said, hey, this is my name and this is what I do and all that kind of stuff. I've always kind of been the Game Jam guy, the football song guy. So I'm kind of putting my best foot forward and being like, well, it's interesting. The comment section of a lot of videos, and it's hard not to like let your ego kind of take over at this point, but a lot of people, and I really, really appreciate from the bottom of my heart, with as much humbleness as I can possibly present to you, like how much gratitude I have, that comments have said things like, you are such an amazing talent, you're such a great singer, you know, why don't you make your own tracks? What are you doing kind of wasting your time doing football songs? The entertainment value of it is there. Like, I don't make any money from Game Jam or football songs. Everything's copyrighted by YouTube and the original artists. So I'm getting into being that original artist myself. I've always played guitar. The way that I managed to finance Game Jam at the start and football songs was by playing gigs. I'd go out and play cover gigs at bars and at weddings and all sorts of stuff. The money that I made from that went into Game Jam and paying editors in some cases, paying for props and paying for equipment and all that kind of stuff. So music has always been there. It's just in what format it comes out. And so now, this is what I'm saying, I'm now focusing for, I say like whatever time I've got. Like, I'm not dying. Well, we all kind of are dying. But I'm like, I don't have any intention of dying yet, right? I'm not making this as like, you know, my last will and testament. I'm making it as the road through which I am and was traveling has now taken a massive turn. Because when you put into context your life and what you want to achieve and what you want to do, and you set these goals and you kind of just waste time, I want to be a musician. I've always been a musician. I've always been a singer. I've always done that, but I've never put it out there to the extent that I want to. All my YouTube, everything else that I'm doing, the proper stuff, I say the proper stuff, like the real kind of singery, songwritery, producer-based stuff. And I'd love it if you could support me, if you could follow me on Spotify, follow me on Instagram, follow me on Facebook. That would be absolutely amazing. Maybe one day we'll come back to Game Jam. Maybe one day. I don't know, maybe if I'm doing some gigs of my own stuff, maybe I'll slip a Mo Salah, who knows, we'll see what happens. But I just want to say thank you for watching this, thank you for being here, for some of you for 4 or 5 years that Game Jam has been going on, and all you guys on football songs as well. I really do appreciate you, and I really hope you can come with me on this next kind of step of my journey. I would really appreciate that. So have a great day, wherever you are, whatever you're doing. I'll see you later.